Hello everyone, welcome to Pilates with Christy.
Hello Christy.
Today we'll be doing a beginner's Pilates class. Has everyone done Pilates before?
A little bit.
Okay, good. Does anyone have any injuries?
No, not really.
No injuries.
Okay, good. Today I'll just be doing some slack, manipulating and adjusting your technique. Just let me know if you don't want me to touch you.
Okay.
No.
Alright, so we'll just start with our eyes closed, laying down on the mat, taking some deep breaths in, expanding through the lungs, opening up through the chest. Just letting go of your day, any troubles. Got 45 minutes to yourself. As you exhale, I want you to draw your belly button towards your spine. And think of your pelvic floor coming up. And we can start rolling our head from side to side, releasing through the neck. Sometimes gets really tight when you're sitting at a computer all day. Alright, now we're going to slowly open your eyes and bend your knees. And we're going to come up slowly into a standing position. Just come to a position like this, like a crouching kind of position, so roll up. And then we're just going to hang down the bottom. So standing up, hang down the bottom, this is called a forward fold. And just tilting your body from side to side, swinging your arms. If your arms are touching the floor, just bend at the elbows and hug them together. Grabbing each elbow. Nice and slow, keeping your legs straight. Still.
Not swing like that. Or like that.
Yeah, like that. Really hanging, letting your neck be nice and long and heavy. Should feel a nice stretch down here. Okay, and just releasing there. Slowly rolling up vertebrae by vertebrae. Nice and slow. Should feel each vertebrae stacking on top of one another. Coming up. And we're going to roll back down. Tuck your chin to your chest. And rolling all the way down. And same thing we did before with your arms. And then this time we're going to nod our head yes and shake our head no. Nice and slowly. And then we're going to roll all the way up again. Nice and slowly stacking one vertebrae on top of each other, and then we're going to lift your arms up to the sky, reaching out nice and tall. Reaching to the sky, feel like someone's pulling your head up towards the ceiling with a piece of rope. And then now I want you to draw your ribs and pelvis together as if they're not, ribs aren't flaring or sticking out, they're coming in together and drawing towards your pelvis. Okay, now we're going to lower the hands and roll all the way back down. And then just a slight bend in your knees and walking your hands out into a plank. Lee, if you need to bend down to your knees, that's fine.
No, I'm alright.
Okay, into a plank, so I want your feet to come out a bit further. Sorry. Feet out further. And your body should be in a nice straight line. So your shoulders, hip and ankles in a straight line. Just lower your bottom down. And then coming down into a tricep push-up, lowering all the way down to the floor. Coming all the way down to the floor. Using your chest rather than your head first. Okay, Dad, can you put your hands underneath your shoulders? Come up and then come up onto your knees. And we're going to push up again into a plank position. Yeah, just stopping there. And holding, taking some deep breaths. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lowering back down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, now just coming, putting your head onto the mat, and your hands should be underneath your forehead in a diamond shape. And we're going to keep our hands on the floor and just lifting our head slightly off the floor and back down again. Really feel your shoulder blades drawing in together, squeezing. Relaxing your glutes and your feet so you're nice and comfortable. We'll go for 5 more here. This is strengthening the back of our neck, our cervical extensors. Okay, last one here. And this time, just have a break, rest your neck. This time we're going to come up all the way onto our forearms and then coming back down, raising your head and chest off the floor. You can bring your elbows in a bit closer, it's easier. And back down again, all the way down. Trying to imagine your shoulders are drawing away from your ears. Squeezing together. Yep, so just pushing through your forearms, so your forearms should stay on the mat. Yeah, and just pushing up through there together, drawing together. Good head position, so your head should just stay in line. We don't want to arch it up too much or keep it down towards the floor. We'll do 5 more here. Keep your head nice and long. So keep your head there, long. See someone's pulling your head towards the computer. Yeah, perfect. Curling back down again. Really squeezing your shoulder blades together at the top and relaxing as you come back down. And 1 more here. And lowering down. Releasing through your shoulders. Reach your arms out straight. Adam, you might need to shuffle back a bit. A little bit more so you can lift your arms up and down. Perfect. Okay, so now we're going to be lifting up our arms, but just one at a time. So I'd like you to raise your right arm up, slightly off the floor, and then back down again. So it should just be in line with your shoulder height, no higher than that. And lifting your left arm up, and back down again. And breathe in to prepare, and breathe out to lift your right arm. Breathe in and breathe out to lift. Breathe in to come back down. Out to lift the other arm. And then we're going to continue this. Squeezing down your back. Lee, do you need a pillow under your head?
No, that's all.
Okay. You're trying to make sure your body doesn't shift from side to side. You're trying to keep your torso as straight as possible. We'll go for 2 more on each side. And resting there. If you need to, just roll your head your forehead along the mat to release your neck. And now we're going to do the same thing but with our legs. So I'll get you to start with just bring your feet a bit closer together. Perfect. Just raising your right legs in line with your hip and bringing it back down to the mat. And the other side with left leg raises and back down again. And the other side. So your leg should stay in a straight line, it shouldn't go too high, so we're just trying to lift it slightly off the mat. Really squeezing into your glutes and trying not to arch in your lower back. The movement's coming from your hip joint. And breathing out to lift the leg, and breathing in to lower. Just imagining your pelvis is in a straight line, so when you're lifting your leg it shouldn't move, it should stay the same. And just drawing your belly button off the mat so your abdominals are engaged. If it's more comfortable, you can bend your arms or keep them out straight. We'll do 2 more on each side. And just taking some deep breaths there, relaxing. Rock your legs from side to side to release. Now we're going to go into opposite arm and leg. Same thing, but lifting your right arm and your left leg up at the same time, and then lowering back down to the mat. And then the same thing on the other side. So this is now challenging your stability and coordination. Trying to still keep the pelvis and the shoulders in the normal position. And just moving from the limbs. Really squeezing your shoulders and your glutes. Try not to move too much in your lower back. We'll do 3 more on each side. If you're up for a challenge, you can lift your head slightly off the mat. Still looking at the floor. And then resting there. Does that feel okay in everyone's lower back?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, perfect. Now we're going to go into what we call swimming. So we're going, actually first of all we're going to go into a dart. So we're going to lift our both hands off the mat and both legs at the same time and squeezing at the top. and lowering back down.
Where do you put your head?
Your head can either come up off the mat or it can stay down. Perfect. And coming back down again. And coming up, holding for 2, 3, 1, lowering back down. Coming up, 3, 2, 1, and back down again. Exhaling to come up. So take a deep breath in and a deep breath out, coming up. And into lower. Alright, resting here. Now we're going to go into swimming, so I want you to come up into that position, and then we're going to do a similar movement to what we were doing before, opposite arm and leg, but it's like you're kicking at the same time, so kicking your arms and legs. So coming up in, and then we're going to breathe out. Breathe in and out for 5 counts. 3, 4, 5, and lower back down. Resting your heads, just to release through your neck. And coming up into the dart. And start kicking for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lower back down. Does that feel okay in your legs, Lee?
Yes.
Okay, just try and keep your legs as straight as you can, but if you need to, just bend them. But the movement's going to come from your hips, not kicking at the knee. Okay, we'll come up again. Feel free to rest at any time if you have any pain, and kicking for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lowering back down. So we're not going for height, we're just going for that stability in the pelvis and shoulders. Do you think you've got one more left in you?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay, one more for 10 counts. So breathing in and coming up. Breathing out. In, out, in. Moving the whole arm. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax.
That's a hard movement.
Okay, so I'm going to get you to roll over onto your back. Keep your left leg straight and bending your right knee in towards you, and then just bringing it across your body. So holding onto it with your left arm and bringing it across to the left side. There you go. Lift up. Should feel nice stretching your glutes and your lower back.
Yeah.
Just taking some deep breaths. And switching sides. So you're going to straighten the right leg, bend the left leg, straighten the, and draw your left leg across to the right. Deep breaths, don't stop breathing. Alright, now we're going to roll over and facing the bathroom, so laying on your side. Legs out nice and long and just slightly in front of your body. So just to the top corner of the mat, nice and long, so straighten your legs, yep. Straighten your legs, perfect. So your hips and shoulders should be in a straight line, stacking on top of each other. Stacking your shoulders on top of each other. And I'll get you a cushion. Okay, so we're going to be raising the top leg up. So just in line with your hip and then back down. Not as high, so in line with your hip. So lifting up and back down. The same thing, so your hip should stay still and just your leg is moving up. It's only a slight movement. So if you feel your hips are sagging back or you're collapsing in your shoulders, then you've gone too far. And breathing out to come up and in to lower back down. You should have a little gap underneath your waist, like a little mouse could run under there. And your hips should be drawing out nice and long. We'll do 5 more here. Four, 3, 2, 1, and holding up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, lowering back down, and then we're going to lift up again, and we're going to pulse little tiny pulses for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relax. You can hit your bottom if it's feeling a bit sore to just release it. Now we're going to do a similar thing, but we're going to do a double leg lift. So you're going to raise the top leg up off the floor, and then you're going to lift the bottom to meet the top leg, and then you're going to lower the bottom, lower the top. So raising the top leg, raising the bottom leg, and lowering the bottom leg, lowering the top leg. So top leg, bottom leg, bottom leg, top leg. Keep breathing. So top leg, bottom leg, bottom leg, top leg. Keep going. Drawing out nice and long. And you can use your arms to support you. So just to about there. Yep. So this is engaging your inner thighs, your adductor muscles, and also in your glutes. And then lowering down, this last one I want you to hold up the top and lower the legs down together and lower them back up together and lower down and back up and down. We'll do 3 more here. Keep breathing. 2, 1, and lower. Okay, so the next one we're going to do is you're going to hold the top leg out long, and then we're just going to lift the bottom up to meet the top 10 times in a row. So lifting the top leg, now lifting the bottom to meet, and then just lower the bottom leg and pulse it up and down. You can rest this top arm onto the floor for support. Yep, perfect. And lower both down together. Take a break, and we'll just do that one more time for 10 counts. So whenever you're ready, at your own pace. go for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and resting here, hitting out your bottom. And just let that top knee bend over into a 90-degree angle. Perfect. And get the bottom leg to meet the top leg now. And we'll just go into a, so your leg should be at a 90-degree angle like a book. So in line with the mat, your shin should be in line with the mat. And we're going to have our hands touching each other out straight. And we're going to take a deep breath in, open up the arm to the top arm to shoulder height. And then we're going to stop there. And then we're going to rotate the torso, and the head's going to follow looking at the top arm to about there, and coming all the way back and closing it again. So from the shoulder onwards, the upper body should be following with the arm, like the arm's locked in. Should feel a nice rotation through your thoracic spine and opening through the chest. Eye line should follow your hand.
How far back through again?
Just as far back as yep, so as far back as you can. That's probably about far enough. Just your hips want to stay stable. So there's like a pole stuck here.
Yep.
We'll just go for one more. Okay, very good. Now I just want you to bring your feet in line with your bottom, keeping your knees bent. And then we're going to come up onto your elbow. So you're going to be in this position. Perfect. And then we're just going to come up into a side plank. Your arm can either be resting on your hips, onto the floor, or can be up into the air. So holding for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Coming back down. So we definitely move your legs out a bit forward. Yep. So your knees, your hips, and your shoulders should be in a straight line. So coming up again, really drawing up through your waist, as if someone's pulling you from your hip up towards the ceiling. Pull it, pushing up. Yep. So tuck your bottom in. Pull it. Someone's pulling you up from here. Just keep your arm down, good. Thank you. Your head's nice and long. And lower back down. And we'll do one more here. Coming up. Head nice and long. Should be facing the bathroom. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back down. Okay. Now we will roll over to the other side. You can hug your knees into your chest before you roll over. So hug your knees into chest, rolling them from side to side. And rolling over to the other side. Your legs are not that far forward. Yep. So you can just like a slight banana shape. Yep, perfect. Go back a bit. So using your top arm to ground you into the floor, like for support. So just, yep. Perfect. Everyone comfortable?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, now we're going to go for raising the top leg. So straight leg lifts and back down again. And up. Just to there. And back down again. And up. Exhaling to lift. Inhaling to lower. Switching your tummy muscles in and trying not to collapse. So you've got to keep that little gap underneath your waist. Your upper body should be still. Really trying to open up through the chest at the same time, so not trying to pull forward too much, so drawing your shoulder away from your ear. We'll go for 5 more. Three, 2, and last one, holding there for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lowering back down. And then we're going to lift that top leg up and pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, little pulses, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and whack your bottom if you need. This side might hurt a little bit because it was stabilizing on the other side. It's going to be a little bit harder. And the next one we're going to do is you're going to lift your top leg, then lift your bottom to meet. Lower the bottom, lower the top. Back down. Yeah, so try not to go as high. And lower down, low, up, up, down, down. So when both legs are up, you're really squeezing your thighs together. Squeezing at the top. Nice and low. We'll do 3 more. 3, 2, nice and slow, and last one. And just whacking your bottom out. Okay, now we're going to keep your legs out straight. You're going to raise both legs at the same time and then lowering back down. So raising up and lower back down. Using that top arm for support, but still drawing your shoulder away. Good. So exhaling to come up. Just in line with your hips. It's just a small movement. Try not to rock back.
I didn't know it was.
So I'm just helping you. Do 3 more here. And last one. And then just got 1 more to do. So just lifting your top leg up. And then your bottom leg's going to come up to meet for 10 pulses. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and relaxing. Okay, now rolling over, squeezing your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice hug. And then I just want you to put your feet flat on the ground. And just slowly tilting your pelvis backwards and forth, coming into a neutral pelvis. So just rolling down. Just drawing your tailbone up, rolling your tailbone and then rolling back down. Yep, rolling up and then back down again. And just coming to a place in the middle that feels the most comfortable, and that will be your neutral spine. There should be a small gap underneath your lower back.
Yeah.
And then we're going to roll all the way up, articulating your spine, all the way into a bridge position. Sorry, move your feet hip width apart. Yep. Okay, so rolling, tucking your tailbone in, rolling up, pushing each vertebrae into the mat, and then lifting off. Squeezing your glutes at the top and lowering down. we're going to do 5 of these. So 5. And exhaling to roll down. Really squeezing in at the top. Should feel like a nice massage on your spine. You can use your arms to push into the mat for support. Does that feel okay in your ankles?
Yep.
And rolling back down. Don't hold your breath. So keep breathing. And we'll just do 2 more. Rolling down. Last one. We're going to hold it up the top. And we're going to float our arms up to shoulder height. And swing them around the side of the body like you're flying. And then coming back. And rolling, putting your arms all the way down to the mat. And rolling your spine down, vertebrae by vertebrae.
Supposed to hurt your hamstrings.
Can you, yeah, you should feel it in your hamstrings and your glutes. Can you move forward a bit, please? This way, so you can extend your arms out. Okay, now we're going to roll up again. Float the arms up, out to the side, and then around to your hips, towards your feet. Yep, and again. So float the arms up, and around, down towards your feet. And rolling down, vertebrae by vertebrae. And hug your knees into your chest to release your lower back. And then I'm going to get you to come to rolling up into, so you're sitting on your bottom and your feet are on the ground. You're going to point your toes and hold your knees. So just hold your knees separately. And then you're going to roll back onto the mat, but you're going to keep this C position with your spine. So C curl. So drawing your belly button towards your thighs, your belly towards the thighs, and just rolling back to your shoulders and rolling back up, using your abdominals to pull you up. Perfect. And back down again.
How slow do you go down?
Just as
Oh!
rolling down.
I can't get back up.
That's it. That's right. If you can't get back up, just put your feet down onto the mat.
How do you get back up, Edge?
That's using momentum.
So you really got to use your abdominals to draw you back up. Yeah, much better.
Am I
Let's
doing it
just
right?
roll.
But just try not to separate your thighs from your belly. Trying to keep them locked into the same position. Yep. And use your abs to pull you up.
Can't do it without kick.
So you're using a bit of momentum, but you're also using your abdominals to pull you up.
Yeah.
It should feel nice on your spine as well.
Is that enough? It's a bit hard to make up.
Yep, that's it. Alright, now coming into a 4-point kneeling position.
What's that? Alright.
4-point kneeling position, and we're going to, so your knees should be underneath your hips, and your your hands should be underneath your shoulders, so just draw your hands, yep, perfect. And just not too much arch, so you just want to keep your neutral spine and push up through your shoulders. So pushing up, yep, perfect. That's very good. Alright, now we're going to extend opposite arm and leg out, in line with your shoulder and your hip, and draw it back in again. And the other side. And back in again. Trying to keep this as stable as possible. Don't arch too much at the top. And back in again. Try aim for 5 on each side. So at your own pace. Really drawing up through the shoulders. Squeezing your glutes. Trying to keep your pelvis straight. Yep, so just to there. Trying not to arch. Yep, just stop there. Perfect. So you're limiting that arch you had before. Yep, just to there. Back in again. Pushing up between your shoulder blades. Yep, perfect. Switching on. And when you're finished, just coming into a child's pose. So sink your bottom towards your feet and then reach your arms out nice and long. Reach your arms out nice and long. Should feel a nice stretch down your back, through your shoulders, and your bottom. And then we're going to come back into 4-point kneeling position. And we're going to keep the legs at a 45-degree angle. You're going to lift one at 45 degrees and bring it back in again. And we're going to stay on the same side. So it's like a horse kick. Yep. So keep the knee locked in and lower down. And draw that same leg back up. You've got 10 here. 10. 9. Hips are stable. 8. If you need to come onto your elbows, you can. 7. Pushing up. Yep. 6. 5. Just to there. 4. 3. Slow down. 2. And last one. And pushing back into a child's pose. Release your wrists.
How wide should you be in child's pose?
It's up to you. You can go wider if you like. Do you mean with your arms or your
legs?
You can spread your knees wide apart. It just gets a little bit more into your lower back, and just depends if you have that much flexibility. It gets a little bit deeper. Okay, coming back up, and we'll do the other side. Same thing. Coming back down. Just, yeah. Pushing up through the shoulders. Spreading your fingers out nice and wide if you're on your hands. Pushing up through the shoulders. Four more. 3. 2. And 1. And coming back into a child's pose, spread your knees wide and then come back. And deep breaths. And then coming into a 4-point kneeling position again. And we're just going to curl the back up towards the sky, dropping your head, and then arching, keeping your head in line with your body. And curling up to exhale, and curling, arching, doing a cat curl, inhaling, taking a deep breath in. And really stretching out through your spine. Nice stretch all the way down. And arching back. Good work today, guys.
Thanks, Christy.
We'll just do 2 more here. And last one. And coming back to the neutral position, and then you're going to reach your right arm up towards the sky, opening up through the chest, and then scooping it underneath your shoulder. And then back up again. And back through, and then this time just resting if you can onto your shoulder. A deeper stretch. And then switching to the other side. So reaching your left arm all the way up to the sky.
Are we supposed to turn?
Yep, so your head can follow your hand. And then coming in, threading the needle underneath. And then coming back up again. And this time coming through and staying down the bottom, resting onto that left shoulder. Taking some deep breaths. And then coming up onto your feet. So rolling up onto your feet. And then we're going to slowly roll up. So head is nice and heavy, long, rolling up through each vertebrae, nice and slowly so we don't get too dizzy. Heels into the mat. Should feel a nice hamstring stretch as well. And you're all done.
That it?
No mistake.
No.